College football, where legacies are built, traditions are honored, and matchups become legend. When two powerhouse programs face off, the stakes are enormous. Today we dive into one such clash, Oklahoma versus Alabama, a rivalry of fewer meetings, but huge meaning. Let's explore the full story, origins, turning points, recent epic battles, and what this means going forward. To understand any big game, we must first know the institutions behind the helmets. On one side, the Oklahoma Sooners. Founded in 1895, the University of Oklahoma has become synonymous with high-powered offense, rich tradition in the Big 12, and now the SEC, and a culture of winning. The term Sooner itself harkens back to the earliest settlers of Oklahoma Territory, a symbol of pioneering spirit and ambition. On the other side, the Alabama Crimson Tide. The University of Alabama, established 1831, located in Tuscaloosa, has become one of the most storied programs in college football history. Think championship banners, dominant defenses, legendary coaches. The Crimson Tide name evokes the unstoppable red wave of fandom, of tradition, of expectations. These are not just teams, they are institutions with legacies. And when they meet, the hype is real. Unlike some rivalries formed by annual battles or geographic proximity, the Sooners versus Crimson Tide matchup has been sporadic, infrequent yet impactful. According to official records, from the first meeting on January 1, 1963 through November 15, 2025, Alabama and Oklahoma have played each other multiple times, with Alabama winning twice, losing 5 times, and 1 tie in that span. From Oklahoma's perspective, they list a series starting September 7, 2002 through November 15, 2025 with 5 wins and 1 loss against Alabama in that range. What jumps out? Their first recorded meeting, January 1, 1963. Alabama won 170. Alabama's official opponent history lists their largest margin of victory over Oklahoma as that 170 result. But more recently, Oklahoma has had the upper hand. As of November 2025, Oklahoma defeated Alabama 2-3-2-1 in Tuscaloosa. So while Alabama historically had the edge, the trend in recent years, at least in this matchup, has shifted somewhat. Let's highlight some of the key games that defined this rivalry. January 1, 1963, Orange Bowl. Alabama shut out Oklahoma 170. This was the first meeting and set the tone for Alabama's dominance at the time. January 2, 2013 Bowl game. Sugar Bowl. Oklahoma upset Alabama 4-5-3-1. A massive surprise given Alabama's reputation. It showed Oklahoma's ability to challenge the elite. December 29, 2018. Alabama beat Oklahoma 4-5-3-4. While Oklahoma put up a fight, Alabama prevailed, reinforcing its elite status. November 23, 2024, Oklahoma beat Alabama 2-4-3 at home in Norman, a dominant showing. November 15, 2025, Oklahoma beat Alabama 2-3-2-1 in Tuscaloosa, ending Alabama's 17-game home winning streak. The Sooners recorded their first road win against a top 5 opponent since 2017. Ended Alabama's 17-game home winning streak and became the first team to beat the Tide in consecutive seasons since Ole Miss in 2014 and 2015. These are signals. Oklahoma is no longer just a challenger, they are actively reshaping this matchup. When two great programs meet, detail matters. Here are some of the factors in recent Oklahoma-Alabama games. Defense and turnovers. In the 2025 Oklahoma win, Oklahoma generated 3 Alabama turnovers, half of Alabama's season total entering that game, and scored on a pick-six, an 87-yard interception return by Eli Bowen, in the first quarter. Home field and historical streaks. Alabama's 17-game home winning streak stood as a testament to the challenge of beating them in Tuscaloosa. Oklahoma's win there underscored a shift. Offense versus execution. In that 2025 win, Oklahoma had only 212 yards of offense, the fewest in a win since 2001 for them, but they did the little things right: kick goals, special teams. Plays, limiting mistakes. Momentum and coaching. Oklahoma's coach emphasized mindset, hard to kill, enough is enough. They built vision for what victory looks like, and they executed. Recent scheduling and conference shifts. As programs evolve, conference alignment, recruiting, and institutional investment play roles behind the scenes. While the data here is specific to the games, the background matters. Why does this matchup matter so much, beyond just the numbers? For Alabama, historically the benchmark. When you're the Crimson Tide, expectations are championship or bust. Losing to a team like Oklahoma, once considered slightly outside the elite tier, signals a moment of vulnerability. It challenges the program to adapt: recruiting, scheme, motivation. For Oklahoma, this is a chance to validate themselves among the elite. Beating Alabama in Tuscaloosa is more than a win. It's a statement. It raises the profile for recruits, cements belief in the locker room, and signals that the Sooners can play at the highest level consistently. For college football broadly, when programs from historically different conferences meet and prevail, it adds to the narrative of increasing parity. It means that the power structure is more fluid. It makes for more excitement, more unpredictability. Let's also talk about context, fans, traditions, the atmosphere. In Tuscaloosa, the home of Alabama, game day means the Roll Tide chant, iconic crimson jerseys, a deep-rooted fan base expecting greatness. Oklahoma fans bring Boomer Sooner, and a different flavor of energy. For games between these teams, the mix is electric, contrasting traditions, recruiting hotbeds, national championship expectations. When Oklahoma visited Alabama and pulled off that win in 2025, the visual of celebrating Oklahoma players around the field in Sweet Home Alabama territory said everything. As we look forward, what should we keep an eye on when Oklahoma meets Alabama, or similar matchups? Recruiting battles. Both programs are national in scope. A win in a big matchup helps sway the next class. Conference and scheduling dynamics. With conference realignments and the college football playoff expansion, matchups like these may become more frequent or more significant. Coaching stability and evolution. How do the staffs adapt? What schemes change? Player development and NIL. These off-field factors increasingly affect on-field results. Momentum and culture. Sometimes the intangible of "we've beaten the big dog" matters, especially for Oklahoma. For Alabama, recovering from such losses matters. Although Oklahoma and Alabama do not have a long annual rivalry, their meetings have been high-impact and meaningful. Historically, Alabama held the edge, but recently Oklahoma has gained momentum and delivered major wins. Key factors: defense, turnovers, preparation, and mindset matter as much as talent. Victories for Oklahoma over Alabama represent more than just one game. They symbolize a cultural shift and validation of program. For Alabama, losses to Oklahoma point to an era of rising competition and the need to adapt. For fans, recruits, and college football watchers, these matchups reflect shifting landscapes. Moving forward, keep an eye on recruitment, scheduling, coaching, and how both programs evolve in the playoff era. In the end, it's more than just a score. It's legacy. It's momentum. It's pride. When the Sooners and the Crimson Tide lock horns, we're reminded, in college football, no title is given, it's earned. And every time the helmets clash, history has a chance to be rewritten. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned, because with programs like these, the next chapter is always just around the corner.